Let's see. Let's see. All right, I think we're live. So, a lot of stuff has happened since the last time we were live, and we break Jesse Bates signing with the Falcons live. Lots happened since then. Um, I guess I should start off with what happened today. First of all, welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you would care to hit that subscribe button, turn post notifications on so you'll be notified whenever I go live, whenever I upload a video, all that good stuff. So we're here today. We're here to talk about what the Falcons have done recently, what's going on with the Falcons organization. I'm going to try to avoid one topic, but I might even get into it a little later, but definitely going to try to avoid it. And if you know what it is, you know what it is. So starting off with the good stuff. This morning it broke for me and Rappaport. The Atlanta Falcons have agreed to a one-year deal with defensive end Calais Campbell, likely future Hall of Fame defensive end Calais Campbell, former Walter Payton Man of the Year Calais Campbell. And first of all, man, I mean, it's, you want to talk about making a signing that's going to have so much impact, just not even on the field, but throughout the locker room, with mentoring these young guys, helping out in the community. Calais Campbell is a former Walter Payton Man of the Year. That means that you have the highest integrity, you are trustworthy, and that is what we're getting in this amazing veteran presence. Calais Campbell, he was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in 2008, played from them from 2008 to 2016. He would go on to join the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2017 to 2019, most recently playing with the Baltimore Ravens from 2020 to 2022. He's 36 years old, so he definitely is coming to the end of his career. But he can still make an impact. And even if it's not on the field, he is going to be that veteran presence this locker room desperately needs. And that's no shot to Grady Jarrett's leadership. Grady Jarrett is an amazing leader, but we've been talking about for years, it's literally only Grady when it comes to that defense. It's only Grady on the defensive line, and it's only A.J. Terrell in the secondary. And now you add Jesse Bates to go alongside with A.J. Terrell, and Richie Grant's really coming into his own, and potentially staring down the barrel of picking a corner at 8, as well as now at all the additions you've already made with the David Onyemata, with a Caden Ellis who can basically go anywhere. Now you add Calais Campbell to go alongside Grady Jarrett, Taquan Graham, David Onyemata on that defensive line. You better watch the fuck out. That's all I'm going to say. But the main reason I love this signing is because you're going to give an opportunity, number one, for Grady Jarrett to not get all the damn attention. Grady is getting ready to be a monster on this team. So we've been talking all about how Grady's literally double, triple team. There's a reason for that, because he can make a damn impact. He just doesn't get an opportunity to. You're never going to get an opportunity to make a consistent impact when half of the damn offensive line is focused on you, because they know no one else can fucking do shit. Now you get Calais Campbell in here. You've already made the addition with David Onyemata. Bottom line is, you better watch the fuck out, because the Falcons are coming head hunting with that front seven. Also, talking about the inevitable occurring, and this might be where it gets a little heated. Desmond Ridder, they had all of the league meetings down in Arizona earlier this week. I don't know if they're still going on. Arthur Smith spoke to the media and officially named Desmond Ridder the starting quarterback. Said it's his job to lose, and they expect him to take the next leap. If you know how I feel, I expect the same thing from Desmond Ridder. I put all my confidence in Desmond Ridder. I literally changed my profile picture everywhere to him, piecing up A-Town down. So, yeah, I mean, listen, and we know Desmond Ridder is capable of growing. Desmond Ridder is a proven winner. Desmond Ridder has now had a full season, first of all, to see what not to do for the most part, seeing Marcus Mariota start. He's adjusted to the speed of the NFL, and now he's getting in the work. You already see it. You got him, you got Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I mean, we haven't even seen Desmond Ridder play with Kyle Pitts yet. And that's a very scary thought. But you also got this run game. So Desmond Ridder's not going to ask to do a whole lot in the world. We've been saying this forever. We do not need Mr. Lamar Jackson here in Atlanta. Which, I mean, no one wants that motherfucker. Nobody. And he's going to have to really find out the hard way. That no one wants his ass. Because no one's paying a fully guaranteed contract to a... Arthur Blank said it best. Mr. Blank said it best. Why would I give a fully guaranteed deal to a guy who is not guaranteed to play every Sunday? Or at least that's what Arthur Blank was saying. He put a particular concern on Lamar Jackson's injury history. And don't give me bull crap about, oh, well, he can still play 12, 13. I saw this idiot this morning. He writes for the Cowboys or something. He needs to worry about his own damn team and their situation because they got a lot of shit going on in their own right. What's up, Jerry? We coming for your fucking ain'ts. We coming for your fucking ain'ts. You're gonna have to take the back seat now, Jerry. But what's up with you, man? So, I mean, look, that's something an owner is really going to be concerned about. You make a big move like that, you better be out there on the, especially if you're a quarterback. It isn't like Lamar Jackson, which his ass should have been playing running back anyway from the start, in my honest opinion. I think if anything, Lamar Jackson would have thrived as a Wildcat quarterback. Nothing more. With that being said, Lamar, the quarterback position, you need to be solidified. Look at teams like the Indianapolis Colts, who the past 7-8 years have missed the playoffs all but what? 2 seasons. One of those seasons was Andrew Luck was starting the whole year. The other season, Phillip Rivers was starting the whole year. When they've had a quarterback carousel every year in Indianapolis, they're missing the playoffs. It doesn't matter if they got Jonathan Taylor. It doesn't matter if they got that great defense. They got a great O-line. It doesn't matter. You got to have stability at quarterback. You don't need Patrick Mahomes saying, ha, 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 every play from under center. You just need a guy that is reliable. See, this is what gets me. We stole what? Half of your fucking defensive line? We stole Caden Ellis. We stole David Onyemata. So, I mean, those are 2 key pieces right there. Cameron Jordan's getting ready to be in the fucking spot Grady Jarrett was in all these years. But, hey, good. Never mind. I'm not wishing any fucking luck to your Aints. Your Aints can go to hell. But, yeah, all is well, Jerry. All is well. So, taking a look at it, you got to have stability at quarterback. Bottom line, your quarterback has to be guaranteed to play every game. Lamar Jackson, there's no guarantee there. So guess what? No one wants his ass. It's not just us. Washington, fucking, God, what other team is there? Carolina traded up to the number 1 pick for the same. The only team that is showing any interest whatsoever in Lamar Jackson is Indianapolis Colts. And that's just because their owner is so fucking desperate. So, yeah. But look, Desmond Ridder, he's named the starting quarterback. I would expect him to take the next leap myself. You now had a full off season to get accustomed to the system, get accustomed with those guys. And now it's time and it's ready to take off. Let's see how far we can go this year. Because I'll talk about what my expectations are for this team in a second. And where I think you should probably value yours. And speaking of, really building a team around Desmond Ridder, we signed 2 receivers. We signed Matt Collins and we signed Scotty Miller. Are they world beaters? No, they're not. But guess what? They can catch the ball. Matt Collins, he's a well-placed blocker. He's going to succeed in Arthur Smith's system because of that. So, Drake London, Matt Collins, Scotty Miller. Is it a world-beating defense? No. However, or offense, our defense might be world beaters. Is it a world-beating receiving corps? No, it's not. But hey, you don't need that when you got Tyler Algier, when you still got CP. You could be looking down the barrel of drafting a running back late in the draft, like how we did last year. Let's see what this is. Yeah, you're good with a mid-ass score. Hey, we'll see how that turns out, Jerry. We'll see how that turns out. We'll see how long you can go with Derek Carr before that car breaks down. But yeah, so you're building a team around Desmond Ridder, but more importantly, you're building a football team. And that's what this is. If you signed Lamar Jackson, you wouldn't have been able to build a football team. Looking at the defensive side of the football now, this is where the Falcons are going to do a lot of their damage. Because I'm under the personal belief that now, with all of these moves getting into some draft talk, I think the Falcons are going to take a corner at 8. That be Christian Gonzalez, that be Devon Witherspoon. Maybe we trade down. Who knows? I don't see the Falcons taking an edge rusher at 8 now or defensive lineman, because I feel as if for the most part, we have filled up that spot, or we got guys that could very well end up being productive. Now, obviously, you got Grady, you got Onyemata, you got Calais Campbell, Taquan Grant, I would really expect to come into his own. Addy Ogundeji's still there. So, you got guys. I definitely feel like the biggest lingering hole on this secondary is with this secondary in that number 2 corner. Casey Hayward, we don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy. And you got to get a long-term answer. So I'm looking at it as I would not be upset if they drafted Christian Gonzalez, or Devon Witherspoon's kind of grown on me. Although I feel like Gonzalez would fit more of that A.J. Terrell mold. So, just to get into a little draft talk. Looking at overall expectations, I definitely do not think it is out of this world to expect the Falcons can make the playoffs this year. I don't think it's out of this world to think the Falcons could win the NFC South this year. Look at the division. They got Campbell. Have you fucking heard, or are you living under a rock? So, Tampa Bay, we know, is going to be fucking trash. Baker Mayfield is going to be nothing special there. The Saints are the most mid-fucking team in the NFL. Carolina's going to have a rookie, probably C.J. Stroud. And granted, Carolina could give us a run for our money a little bit. I definitely think. As far as looking at the division, I think we need to beat every team in our division. And I think we need to sweep. If we can sweep Tampa Bay, that Saints game, you never know what's going to happen there. We can split with the Saints. And we can split with Carolina. If we can go 4-2 in the division, sweep Tampa Bay, split with New Orleans and Carolina, then I think looking at the right, we got Washington. I think we can win against Washington. I definitely think we could beat Green Bay and Minnesota, but definitely I think we could beat Green Bay. So that's what, 6 right there. Let's see, we play the AFC South. I think we'll definitely beat Tennessee. I think we can beat the Texans. I think we can potentially beat the Colts. I might hold off on Indianapolis because if they end up drafting Anthony Richardson, there's always that one team you really don't expect to come out of the woodworks, and they do. So I think we can get 2 wins from the AFC South. Arizona, that's 9 wins right there that I definitely think are realistic of happening. And 9-10 wins probably wins definitely I think wins this division this year. So heck, you can even argue 8 would again. So, but definitely 9 wins the division. And the biggest thing that killed the Falcons last year is that we did not do well in division games. We got swept by the Saints when realistically we could have been the ones to sweep the Saints. We got our asses whooped by Carolina on Thursday Night Football last year. We got beaten in Tampa. You can question the end of that game. We got beat. We were down 21-0 in that game. We didn't come alive until the 4th quarter started. So it's all about playing well in your division and then taking care of the other teams along the way. We can beat Arizona. We can get, I think, at least 2 wins from the AFC South. So that's 3 more wins. You can beat Green Bay. I think you can beat Washington. So looking at it from it right now, I definitely think the Falcons could be lined up to win 9 or 10 games this year. Definitely get them into the playoffs. Definitely, I think, win the NFC South. Do we do anything into the playoffs? I don't know. I don't think this team is ready to go on a deep run just yet. I feel like, realistically, if the Falcons were to make the playoffs and win a playoff game at home, especially if we win the division, that's a good season in my eyes because you really laid your foundation. You set the tone for how future seasons are going to go. That is really what 2023 does not necessarily need to be about winning a Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons. It needs to be definitely about making the playoffs, though, and laying your foundation of success. Back-to-back 7-10 seasons with 4 and 5 win rosters. Arthur Smith has been proven to get the most out of his roster. So, guess what? If I see you winning 7 games with 4 and 5 win teams on average with probably any other coach, who's to say you can't pull out 10 wins with one of the easiest schedules in football against a piss-poor division and other piss-poor teams you got on your schedule that are really in limbo? Green Bay being one of them. Minnesota, I think, could definitely take a step back this year. So, hey, you don't know what's going to happen. But it's lining up to be a good season for the Falcons. I'll say that. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Taylor Heineke, we've already covered it. He's going to be a solid backup to Ritter. Getting McGarry back, I like what they did there. He took a team-friendly deal, arguably, because just like Calais Campbell, you bought into what Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith were all about. So there you go. I mean, the biggest thing is players are buying in. And when you got people to buy in, it's not that hard because when you're bought in, you're going to be motivated to go out there and hit some fucking guys in the mouth. So, yeah. Falcons are going to be good this season? I think so. I think we definitely can. We're headed in the right direction. They're not telling you that, but we are. We're headed in the right direction. We know what we're doing. It's all about, I hate saying this, but trust the damn process. It was all a process. It was a plan. We knew that the first 2 years probably were going to be rough a little bit, or not at least what we wished for. But now you have the true ability to go out and make an impact for years to come. You got another, 90 million lined up next year. Granted, that's not accounting for extending AJ Terrell yet or doing any of that fancy stuff. But hey, we got money to spend next year too. So if we make the playoffs this year, all of a sudden the Falcons will be, with how Atlanta is, one of the most desired spots for any free agent. But I think I've covered all I wanted to cover. I love the Calais Campbell signing. Desmond Ridder is your starting quarterback. I think probably outside of trying to get Rashaan Evans back, the Falcons and free agency are done. We've seen the last of it, and obviously that could change, but we got accounting for the 8 draft picks. Granted, that's if we do not end up trading back from 8 and picking up more picks or anything like that. The Falcons have about 6 spots left, 5 or 6 spots left to fill. So Rashaan Evans could definitely be a guy I would love to bring back. So, but I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. You should get a good picture of what you think the Falcons will be this year. I think I have one myself. And yeah, so that being said, shout out to Skylar, shout out to Jerry, shout out to everyone else who are going to tune in on the replay or watch live. And it's going to be a great year. I'm out.